wind sampling period is complete, and this race is live.
Really interesting seeing Tom Slingsby standing up in his cockpit there, having a bit of a look around, sort of getting a bit more of a bird's eye view. You know, that little bit of elevation really gives you a fantastic perspective on the race course.
10 knots average across the course, but still really unstable and eavesdropping a little bit into the teams. They seem to still like that left-hand side.
Will be INEOS Britannia that come in on the port, and American Magic on starboard. 2 minutes and 10. They can't enter until after that on port. Then it's 2 minutes on starboard. This is a battle of the old foe, where it all began.
American Magic really late here. They were slow in their previous jibe, and I think that's really put them on the back foot here for entry.
It will be going back the other way pretty soon.
We have already said at these crucial moments, heading into this Challenger Lincoln Series, you cannot make a mistake, and they're off the foils.
American Magic disaster coming off the foil. There will be a sitting duck there for INEOS Britannia.
I know, Breeze wants to get into next to him.
2, 1, going forward.
American Magic possibly choosing a jib that's on the slightly smaller size. Absolutely sitting. They have to get the boat taken off here. Should be enough breeze to take the boat off here.
If you're INEOS Britannia now, you just really have to concentrate on your own timing, your own approach.
It's all about staying on the foils. Time on distance now for INEOS Britannia.
Inside 60 seconds to go for race 3, and right at this point in time, INEOS Britannia have been gifted a clean start.
A lot of pressure now on INEOS Britannia just to pull this tack off. They're only just above minimum tacking speed here.
Seems lighter in the start box than we've seen before.
3, 2, 1, 8,
Nicely done, INEOS Britannia.
Coming down. I'll catch you. A little bit of wind when you can. Yep. Breeze is quite left at the moment, so towards the pin's good.
American Magic here in real big trouble in this race.
25s. 4 down now. 10 foot. 12. 11.
INEOS Britannia timing their time on distance to perfection in race number 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup. They're going to get a clean run at this point to the top mark, and they are away, and American Magic is just getting up on the foils.
Restart penalty, USA restart penalty.
Umpire Richard Slater there coming in. American Magic will have to jibe and restart the race. They're over the line way too early there, and will have to come back, and big deficit to make up there for American Magic.
That's your line on your bow.
Absolute killer blow.
Just when we thought, Stephen, they were making it look easy. A bit of a reality check for Oliver. So hard to stay on the foils.
Massive, massive cambers there in both sails, just trying to get enough power to actually get the boat going and bear away to restart. We'll see their penalty come off as soon as they swing the bow back up and touch that imaginary line. That penalty will come off, and they will start the race with a huge
Penalty clear, penalty clear.
INEOS Britannia, who, if it is getting a bit lighter again, Shirley, will have to remain on the foils themselves.
Our data analyst team just said it was between 5 and 8 knots in the start box. And if you've only got 5 knots and the boats are going back and forward, you've got all that mixed up air. It's problematic.
It is. It's very different from only a few minutes ago, getting comms that we were around that sort of 10 knots on the course. So Mother Nature providing the spice of life for the teams out there today.
Let's go on to chase 0. Pete, you were right there. My goodness. What a blow to the start for American Magic.
Yeah, touchdowns, so expensive. And American Magic, they look to be on a smaller jib as well, and they just lack grunt, lack power. And then once you're down, it just seems to take an eternity to get back up on the foils. So we're not really going to get a good judge on this one in terms of relative speed. American Magic are either very, very good or they're a bit prone to making mistakes. For INEOS, they'll be pretty happy. They certainly didn't. They played the low-risk game, just looked after business, and now they've got a real comfortable lead on League One.
Looks like they're headed to windward.
Any your trap? Hey, mate.
Next lane 125 this way. It's 110 right wind. It's a little right here.
Tommy Slingsby there on the handlebars at the moment. One with a little green wheel indicating that he's actually in control of the yacht at the moment, steering.
His opposite number is Paul Goodison, Olympic gold medalist. Really painting the picture, isn't it, of what the options are, what's coming next.
Okay, just using this to charge. Okay, coming into lighter patch.
Actually looks good at the boundary.
Seeing INEOS Britannia here tacking up towards the top end of the course there.
24s.
Hopefully laying that right-hand mark for the first time.
Separate the sucky on the windward port Swiss. Until Berwick. Maybe a bit sucky.
INEOS Britannia, official challenger of record, first time at the top gate and leading comfortably after American Magic fell off of foils.
We're down. Cancel the moves, Swiss.
You never say never in the America's Cup. They look strong, but anything can happen if we strike some light wind. They're around comfortably and heading down on leg number 2.
Okay, my trap. The trap. Take it out. No problem with them? All the way.
They're definitely a lot lighter there. Only 38 knot exit speed out of the top there, so definitely lighter pressure now.
Slightly right. Pressure looks okay here. Low in the nest now, sneaking her up. What
The British outfit have a different formation. Driver at the front, trimmer at the back, cyclers in the middle.
All the way. Okay, stand by. A little bit light here. 2. 1. Forward down. 3, 2, 1. Mate. Out the back of mine.
Really, really looking like light air at the top of the course there, and American Magic just staying on the foils there, exiting that tack, so I'll be looking for something to get them back into this race. Potentially looking for a mistake by INEOS Britannia to get back in the game.
American Magic up at the top gate for the first time. They've got a long way to go and a big gap to close.
30 seconds this way.
Bearing in mind American Magic on that smaller jib, almost looking like a J3. Not 100% sure whether that is their J3 or not, but definitely a smaller front sail than their opponents, the English.
15 seconds.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1.4 nautical miles and shifting the axis to 108.
So up, getting excited surely about wind going up. Wind's decided to go down.
Yeah, and the wind field showing us that massive big blue patch, less wind. INEOS Britannia sailing into that now.
Let's go to chase 0. Peter, what are you seeing?
He's coming nice.
Do you think there's any chance in these conditions that American Magic can close the gap?
37's a good number right now.
I think it'd be interesting just to monitor the deltas around the marks as we go through, because barring a touchdown by INEOS Britannia, I think they're probably really comfortable. For American Magic, it just seemed a bit surreal that even before they started the race, they were out of the race. And
bit of pressure at the moment.
You'd wonder, you'd question their Hetzel choice.
Slowly coming away.
I don't think comfortable is the word that I would necessarily use. And we're also seeing, we can see with the wind field, massive holes of 4 or 5 knots. I mean, properly in the danger zone. I mean, if you don't get through into the puffs, you're going to struggle.
Fantastic shot. Coming down the back, the leech of the twin skin mainsail.
2, 1, forward down. 3, 2, 1, main, landing.
Really important jibe here for INEOS Britannia.
1, going forward. Feel light here, guys. Yeah, 24s, powering up. Go 25s.
Talking boat speed there.
Nice.
Very, very marginal conditions here. They will need to lay this right-hand turn.
Nice work. My trap heaven.
INEOS Britannia heading down to complete the second leg and race 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup here off the coast of Barcelona. And Britannia flying into that left-hand mark as you saw it on your screen, right for them.
Taking a bit of wind.
So I've got to get down of the way. That looks like a dolphin to me. And those always look like the front of a dolphin for some reason.
Probably about mean. I don't know how it looks pretty, but I think
INEOS Britannia did well there. I mean, it looked like it was getting really flaky at that bottom end. We were worried that they weren't going to lay, but in the end, perfect execution, kept the pace.
Yeah, great job there. Great execution and sailing the boat really well. INEOS Britannia, great comms. Definitely snakes and ladders out there at the moment. Big puffs, big lulls, a lot of pressure to pull off the manoeuvres cleanly. Oh, a little skid there on the rudder. Just got it back under control nicely. Right on the edge of grip there.
They've obviously gone.
American Magic now finally making their way to the bottom gate. Just trying to find some wood to try and close that gap.
Yeah, it looks a little light and then get in better pressure. Let's just pick up this next one we get out of here.
On board INEOS's chase boat is their coach, Rob Wilson. Well, what do you make of this, despite the start?
Yeah, like it was, you know, it's a bit of a gift for us, for the Americans to come off the foil there. It certainly made it a lot easier. You know, they'll be angry with themselves. But you know, we'll take it when we can. But really, it's now about just getting a check-in on performance and keeping the boat flying. You know, that's a key bit of it. It's tricky conditions out here, and you don't want to drop a tack or jibe, that's for sure.
Do you like what you're seeing on INEOS Britannia, knowing that there's, you know, one very valuable point on the line here, Rob?
Yeah, no, all those points are super valuable. It's great to see the guys, you know, sort of holding the lead. But you know, there's still a way to go, and it's tricky, like we said.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Fantastic shot of
taking the final main now, Ben.
the cyclers there. Ben Cornish able to reach forward and whack the gold doctoral over the back of the ears and say, come on, mate, keep up. They're doing a great job.
The next 20. Open course.
Big gear changes in these light conditions. Not too bad in a straight line, but in the manoeuvres, absolutely going to max power exiting these light air tacks.
Yeah, I just think whatever's going to get us to the mark quickest at the moment, we've got to do 2, so a little increase in pressure in 5 here. They look like they're pressing potentially for a tack, or big tack now, yeah. No, stand by. And transition. Transitioning.
Americans making some gains here, probably about 200 meters on this leg.
2, 1, main. Fire well. 2, 1, go board. Nice. Good pressure in 3. 23s. There's the trims. He's coming. Very good pressure here now.
Seeing the American Magic
build in this one.
hydrogen foiling chase boat there, ripping up the course boundary.
100.
No weight coming out the back of that compared to a similar displacement boat at the same speed, that's for sure.
I think picking your best time.
Fantastic shot there of the new world that we live in now of
here at the moment.
foiling boats.
Just worried a bit. He's going to take on lay line. We need to be clear to leeward.
Okay, stand by. 3, 2, 1. And turning.
Watch the cycles here for the next 10 seconds. Not that you can see much of them, but I guarantee, like a duck on the water, can't see much above, but their legs will be going hammers underneath.
So you've got 40 seconds this way.
This is the race committee. We are moving the leeward gate, shortening the course to 1.3 nautical miles.
Gain at the moment, Ben, on this mark. 40 meters.
So the wind is starting to die off a little bit, you might say, as they shorten the course again, as INEOS Britannia head towards that top gate to complete the halfway stage of race number 3 in this Louis Vuitton Cup. Just remember those words of Tom Wilson. It's not over. We've got to keep the boat up on the foils.
Okay, 2. 100. Get it, boys. 20. Okay, my will. Yep. Gotta be clear of them. Coming up. Yeah. Nice.
INEOS Britannia have that massive muscle underneath. So often it looks like it's going to end up in the water, but it's such an advantage to keep that close to the water, but obviously not in it.
It's not moving. Okay, now
Magic. Big dig out of the hole there. They're just going to get it. Traveller up around their ears to get the boat dug out of the hole.
Let's try and build a touch more first.
That's off to the cycles there. That's a big push there to move all that oil. You can hear them working hard.
And 5 seconds to bear away.
American Magic running that top gate.
Coming down into
Another problem off the falls, as you just saw a moment ago, but they get around and they're up and going again, down on that, heading downwind for that 4th leg.
It's slowly coming down with me.
Angle there.
Add a little more if you need it.
Onto the American Magic chase boat with Coach Tom Byrne. Coach, have to start. You must have hung your head when you saw that start.
Yeah, that would be a tough one. Didn't go as expected, that's for sure. We got pretty light down in this bottom corner here. There was decent breeze all the way around the race course, and then all of a sudden kind of evaporated there right when we were about 3 minutes before our start.
Are you comfortable with the way they're just trying to regroup here on this race?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're the best thing they can do is just keep pushing and try and get close enough that we can have a chance here. Maybe if INEOS makes a little mistake or something, be able to capitalize on it. But at the moment, INEOS is sailing a good race.
Just quickly, Tom, the boat potentially is a little bit underpowered. Is there a different sail choice, or what can you tell us?
No, I mean, we're definitely not on our biggest sails right now, but it was, you know, it's a good sail for this range, so it's not necessarily that. Both boats are on similar size sails, so we just got caught in that. The starboard entry and that start had less wind than the port entry.
Okay, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you later.
Hard thing for anyone to understand is if it goes the way it continues, no points. Every point counts in the Louis Vuitton Cup.
So it's coming nicely. In with it, nice. In down again. Let's tempo. Looks like it's keep it simple, 1 and in here. It's just moderate. A good pressure here. 25 this way. That's a bit of fat on this one, Dale. Yeah, definitely give a little bit of fat, yeah. Fairly short on port after drive. Pressure here, though. Okay, good pressure for the next 10 here. Yeah. Locking it in nice and steady. We've got about 500 to the other boat, boys. Fence that. Now give it a smidge here. Ready? Okay, it's on the box. So, you happy? Yeah, anytime. Okay. 2, 1. Down here. 2, 1, lead. Running. I will. Out the back. 2. 1, going board.
INEOS Britannia with that
accumulator.
final drive coming into the bottom mark and setting themselves up for leg number 5, which means only 2 to go. The lead is a strong one against American Magic.
Back to Lewis. Okay, working out. I need jib. Solid 30 on this. Jib trap. 2 go.
Round goes the Challenger record. On to leg 5.
Let's go. Main cut over. Stay main. Big push. 3, 2, 1. Holding there, lads. Okay, good game to them down there. They just came down in good pressure. Copy. Boundary, 30 seconds. Okay, are they coming our way?
When it goes straight in lane, you've got it.
Copy.
Just be careful of the lift.
Yeah, copy.
Just on board with American Magic here.
Are you happy? Or?
Yep, happy. Just trim up a touch.
American Magic doing
About
what they
5
can
seconds.
after falling off the falls at the start of this race.
1.
Costly, costly. As they head up on leg number 5 now.
He has gone on boundary. I think we got to pick our best time here. Just don't get slow.
Okay, stand by. 2, 1. And turning.
I'm going to do him here, boys. Keep working. Yep. Big opportunity here. Go.
Sailing a faster main. Yep, trying.
Little gains, Shirley, over the last sort of couple of minutes there to American Magic. Possibly pressure related, but as we said before, snakes and ladders with the breeze coming down the course at the moment, so both teams having their turns of gains and losses.
Position. I like the right. Hey. Stand by. Put down
On to chase 0. Pete, what are you thinking?
Well, for my eye, it looks like American Magic have come back at INEOS a little bit, which is heartening for the team. INEOS haven't put a foot wrong. They've just kept it really clean, 100% fly time, and now they're just matching. But you know, for the problems that American Magic have had with touchdown at the beginning, a semi-touchdown at the top of that second windward beat, I think they'll be pretty happy. They won't be happy about getting beaten, but they'll be happy with the performance of the boat.
100. I'm going to leave ourselves too thin on this low, so I think just get the speed on and look for an opportunity to go back.
Yeah, it feels like
Just having a look here, Shirley, at the sort of average speed of both boats. Just a click better there to the British, although they've sailed a little more distance. Still only one manoeuvre or one touchdown away from a pass, so some holes on the course there of 4 to 5 knots. So once you're actually up and foiling, you can transition those lighter air pieces. Once you're actually up and at speed, you can actually go through a 4 or 5 knot lull as long as you get back into some pressure fairly quickly again to re-accelerate the boat.
If they obviously tuned in if they want to split, Cody.
American Magic done really well here to close the gauge, haven't they? It was 600 metres at one point.
Just slowly making a gain there, the Americans, although INEOS Britannia well and truly in control at the moment. If they can just get up around this left turn, not sure from our view whether they'll get there. Probably attack. I know American Magic attacking there, so choice back on Ben now, making the call.
We go transition. Going to go 4 down. 2, 1 in fairway.
INEOS Britannia doing what they need to do to hold off American Magic, as you heard Shirley say. They've made gains. They'll take a lot out of that. They won't take much out of a start that they will want to forget about pretty quickly and move on. And INEOS Britannia, one more leg to go in race 3 of the Louis Vuitton Cup. And race number 3.
Can you get some fast forward here? Maybe early jibe, but obviously got just holding to it clear. You're all good. Yeah.
Really soft
Big
patch on the course there. Top speed only 33 knots exiting there, so very, very light. You can see it on the water, hardly any wind at all there.
Going back left here now.
So the New York Yacht Club's American Magic getting to that top gate for the final time and heading home. Honestly speaking, popping himself up out of the cockpit to have a quick look around. And they are around.
These subsequent jibes. Oh, the British just on the edge there, getting going. They're safe out of that jibe. These next two jibes for both teams, very, very critical.
Stand by. I think we're getting just a little bit too wide on these drops. It's really hard to...
8, 7, 6, 5,
right here, and coming in. Thank you. It's just right, it's just good. Let's just lock it in here. Yeah, trying. Nice. Really good. That's it.
So much comms on the boat, isn't it, between the drivers, but also the trimming team.
It's a real juggle of controls. You're right on the edge of grip, trying to fly the boat as high as you can with big, powerful sails, with tiny little pencils for rudders.
Good little increase in 5.
It's like riding a downhill mountain bike with your road tyres on through the bush. Not an easy juggle.
How many times have you done that?
A few times, and it's not that nice. I like the big chunky grippy ones for sure. Not so good for the up, but better for the down. Massive cambers there. BMG here. Big gains for the Americans here.
Nice pressure, so it should get to us. Like one and into the finish at the moment. I already pressed me.
Speed's equaling there. The British starting to sail into the similar pressure band that's coming down the course that the Americans are in. Big gains still to the Americans. They're in a really, really good puff there.
INEOS a lot higher. The Americans on rails towards the finish.
Both boats having to do one jibe to the finish.
How's this for a finish? How is this for a finish?
Slightly left-hand gate bias.
Considering where American Magic were after the start, definitely done a good job to get back in the game, but INEOS Britannia just need to execute this jibe.
A sniff of a crazy finish, but it will be INEOS Britannia to get across that line first in race number 3 and pick up the most valuable thing, a point in the quest for the Louis Vuitton Cup final. The Challenger record gets the job done. Closely followed by a storming American Magic. The gap at the end, only 14 seconds. It may have been a horrible start, but I actually walked away feeling pretty good about that.